Good morning, girls. Yesterday we have studied about beneficial aspects of algae. Now, today in this session, we are continuing this topic with use of algae in medicinal sciences. Alaria was once used for straining and the stomach and restoring the appetite after sickness. Alginates are used for their hemostatic nature. Fucodine and sodium laminarian sulfate are used as blood anticoagulant. Dignia simplex, a rhodophycean algae, provide an antihelminthic drug agar-agar for its absorptive and lubricating action is used medicinally in the prevention of constipation. Algae is also used in manufacturing the antibiotics. The antibacterial product chlorelin obtained from chlorella is well known. The antibacterial effects are more pronounced against coliforms and other related intestinal bacteria. Extract from the Rhodomela latex and Ascophyllum nodosum are effective against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Several algae like Laminaria polysiphonia and Haplosyphon have been reported to possess antibiotic or antibacterial properties, which, however, need further confirmations. Now comes to sewage disposal. Some algae are also used for sewage disposal, which help in sewage disposal. Sewage disposal is one of our main defenses against those diseases which are spread by the agency of human waste. There is only one way of sewage disposal, and that is into water, stream, rivers, lakes, or the sea. Seaside towns can dispose the sewage directly into the sea, but in other cases the sewage should be treated before disposal. Essentially, there are two phases of sewage treatment, the physical and the biological. The most important and common physical process are the straining and TDS. The biological process, that is sewage disposal, is simple and less expensive. Sewage disposal treatment is essentially a process of biochemical oxidation, and its basic requirement is oxygen. The part or amount of oxygen needed for the purification of sewage by weight is called biochemical oxygen demand, BOD जिसको बोलते हैं, biochemical oxygen demand. In other words, we can say that the ever present bacteria break down the sewage into its components, complex organic compounds, into such simple inorganic compounds as ammonia, carbon dioxide, etc., and water with the needed amount of the oxygen. The oxygen demand may be supplied artificially, which is quite expensive, or through the agency of the photosynthetic algae which grow in sewage disposal ponds. The purification of sewage is designed to render the organic waste present in the sewage harmless or inoffensive. Only after extensive research has the relationship that exists between these sewage algae and the bacteria become apparent. The most common algal species present in the sewage oxidation ponds are the Chlamydomonas, Scannamidas, Chlorella, Euglena, Endorina, and the Pandorina. Aerobic bacteria break down products of sewage from complex organic substrates into simple inorganic products, which fulfill the primary requirement of these photosynthetic algae, and in return the bacteria receive the necessary oxygen for their activity. Raw sewage which enter the pond is immediately acted upon by bacteria and the sewage breakdown start. As the algae utilize the minerals and the carbon dioxide made available by bacterial activity, the sewage become more and more alkaline. The discharged treated sewage show a very small percentage of bacteria due to the higher alkalinity and due to the antibacterial substances or extracellular substances produced by the algae, especially chlorella. So then chlorella plays an important role in this sewage disposal or in completing the oxygen demand, that is BOD. Nowadays, sewage is regarded as a raw material carrying some basic requirements for the fertility, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium in the water. The yield of algae with the nutrient tied up into the protoplast may also be very high. Algal cell along with the effluents are also used in enrich the soil and in the cultivable lands as manure. Higher crop yields by such treatments have been observed. A product is funerine, which is obtained from agar agar, and it is very important product used in glue and as a sizing agent. Funerine, a product similar to agar obtained from the Gloriopetalus and from the species of Chondrus, and chiefly used as a glue or as an sizing agent. Diatomite, algal cells used as a diatomite. Fossil forms of diatoms in some region are found in large deposits which are called diatomous earth. Silica, the basic constituents of glass and the granite rock, is deposited on the cell wall of the diatoms. Because the silica wall are hard and chemically the sediments accumulates in marine and the fresh water basins. Deposits of fossil marine diatoms over 1200 feet thick are known. Nowadays, for its hard and chemically injured nature, the Kieselguhr, Kiesel Guhr, Kieselguhr is mainly used in insulation as a filtering agent and as a abrasive or in the industrial filtration processes of sugar refinery and wine making and in the recovery of chemicals and for the removing waste mycelium in the production of antibiotics. It is a main product for these industries and it is used as an industrial catalyst as filler in the paints and the varnishes in paper industries and in insulation material for use at extreme of the temperatures. It is also used widely to absorb colored substances from the oil and the other liquids as a cleaning powder in soaps and in the metal polishes. So it is very important. Diatomadites. Other products from members of the FeO5C, two important products, mannitol and the fucodin, which is obtained from the which is obtained from the algae, and the mannitol is used in food and medicinal products, inks and plastics, and the fucodin is used as a mucilage and in the medicines. The burnt ash of the larger brown algae, especially the claps belonging to lamellarioles, has been used for the extraction of minerals like sodium sulfate, potassium chloride, potassium sulfate, iodine and bromine, and it is also used as a source of soda in the manufacture of soaps, glassware and the alum. These are the other products which we can obtained or which is obtained from the different species of algae or different brown algae. So now we are completing the beneficial uses of algae. In economic importance of algae, we should discussing about the harmful aspects also. So then again in next session we will discuss about the harmful aspects. Thank you.